As Greens, we never forget that our past is inextricably linked to our future. The steps we take today right here in London, Ontario, will echo for generations. Grounded in that knowledge, Ontario Greens will address head-on the challenges of our time: climate change and rising energy prices, crippling deficits that place a burden on our children for years to come, and the social injustice of the fact that every night 1 in 8 children in Ontario go to bed hungry. It's time to have a strong green voice at Queen's Park to tackle these challenges. And I don't need to tell you, as a movement going green has reached every part of our society. You know, whether it's people buying local food, or people retrofitting their homes to improve energy efficiency, or even just the simple act of using a reusable shopping bag, the people in Ontario are starting to go green. Everywhere it seems, unfortunately, but at Queen's Park. My friends, those of us in this room, we are ahead of the politicians. The old-time parties are simply out of touch with you and me and most Ontarians. Instead, they represent big business, big labor, and big government. But I'm here to tell you tonight that it's time for a new kind of politics in Ontario. It's time for a party rooted in community and the realities of the 21st century. It's time for a party with a compelling and comprehensive vision to turn our challenges into opportunities, creating a better, more sustainable world. And as I have, thank you. As I have traveled around this province to engage party members, to listen and learn and share ideas with all of you, people tell me it is time for us to have a voice at Queen's Park, and I couldn't agree more with that. And I will work every day with all of my energy between now and October 6, 2011 to make that a reality. I believe the path to the legislature starts with a commitment I made to you when I started this campaign. I promised to be a full-time leader and to devote my entire energy to this party and making sure that we're ready for 2011. Unlike most politicians, I'm actually going to keep that promise. And you know, tomorrow is going to be my first official day on the job. And you don't have to worry, I'm not going to put in for overtime for working on the weekend. Yeah, I better not. That's not in the budget bill? Beginning this week, I intend to be at Queen's Park regularly, not only to hold the government to account, but to hold all the old line parties to account. As a representative of thousands of Ontarians who have voted for us, who are interested in a better way forward, I will make sure our voice is heard at Queen's Park. I also plan to travel across this province, working with each and every one of you and all of our CAs to make sure that the green message is heard in every corner of this great province. By working together, our voice will be heard. It needs to be heard, and our time has come. Thank you. For me, as many as you know, that means focusing on 3 key priorities. First, we are going to advocate for a prosperous green economy, not only as a way out of today's tough economic times, but as the most sensible way forward. And despite what the media may have been telling us about the causes of the recession being bad bankers and such, I believe we're in recession because oil hit $150 a barrel. And our economy couldn't handle it. Our economy is currently structured to run on cheap oil. And the high energy prices that we faced a year and a half ago made business unsustainable in this province. You know, since the McGuinty Liberals were elected in 2003, Ontario has lost over 300,000 manufacturing jobs. And as a result, many of Ontario's cities and towns face double-digit unemployment. And that tells me that the old gray economy is fading fast, and the Green Party is the only political party in this province with a clear and compelling and comprehensive vision that points the way forward and provides the sensible solutions to provide for a prosperous green economy. And I believe that starts with one simple policy. Folks, we are going to advocate for a green tax cut. And it's a very, very simple idea. If you live green, like many people in Ontario already do or want to do, your taxes will go down. You know, a green tax cut is a permanent incentive to go green. It's what I like to refer to as sustainable stimulus that's going to lead to a wave of job creation and green businesses and green technologies and green products and services, finally placing them on a level playing field with other products. But I'm here to tell you that a green tax cut is only the beginning. We are going to fight for policies that create jobs today that save money tomorrow. Imagine a green building fund that will train and employ thousands of construction and trades workers all across this province to retrofit our buildings, to make them more energy efficient, and save money by eliminating our dependence on gas, oil, and electricity. We need a capital fund so that everyone in this province can become an energy entrepreneur, creating jobs that power our communities and businesses and homes moving forward with clean, green energy. We need a strong green voice that says no to corporate tax breaks and subsidies for the old gray industries of yesterday. That says absolutely yes to creating a level playing field for our small and medium-sized businesses and family farms that create the jobs in this province. You know, local businesses are the backbone of our economy, creating almost 2/3 of jobs in Ontario. And we need a government that's going to be committed to providing them with the supports so that they have a level playing field and can thrive in tomorrow's economy. And in doing so, we are going to strengthen the bonds that hold our communities together. Which leads me to my second priority. By creating a prosperous green economy, rooted in those local job-creating businesses that are the foundation of our communities, we can focus on fostering strong, sustainable communities all across Ontario. This means giving our cities and our towns the power to control their own economic and planning futures so that they can keep our main streets alive. It means actively promoting buy local campaigns that support local businesses. And it means building communities where we can live, work, and play. Far too many Ontarians spend far too much time and money stuck in gridlock every day and sort of asking themselves, you know, I thought I wanted to spend more time with my family and my friends and my community. And it's no wonder that frustration boils over on our streets and highways. And I believe it's time for a strong green voice to demand better, to reinvent our communities so that more of us can work close to home and spend more time with family, friends, and neighbors. We need a government that's going to invest in green infrastructure, complete streets, and public transit. We need a government who's going to implement policies to efficiently allow transportation between our urban and rural communities. And folks, it is time to empower our local communities and citizens to solve their own problems. And I believe right now it should start with education. We need to re-empower our local school boards, our parents, and our teachers to determine educational policy in our communities. In the process, we need to engage our young people and give them a seat at the table so they can be a part of making the decisions that determine their future.